study. Now, already I think in the CNC programming part of the laboratories, we have discussed a lot of things. Anyhow, once again, we'll try to. And the CNC. So before you try to understand the CNC, computer numerical controlled machines. A machine or a mechanism which will be controlled by the numerical inputs. Those will be called as CNC machines. Actually, these CNC machines were intended not for the milling and the turning operations. Actually, these were for the sheet metal industries and some of the assemblies and for the job holding devices, work holding devices. Just like your automated robot, they were using these CNC programs, G codes and M codes earlier. When they found their rigidity and their applications were very much applicable as compared to the other programs, they started using these CNC programs for the machining activities, milling and the lathe work. And apart from that, even the welding also, CNC welding machines are available, CNC drilling machines are available, CNC plating machines are available. Whatever the robots are there, in the similar way, any mechanism can be controlled by means of a CNC program. And earlier to you, one Mr. Pavan, he came, I told no, the person, he wanted some few people for the internship. He wanted to pay 10,000 rupees per month. For 3 months, he wanted 4 members, he came. And he did a small machine. It was costing you not more than 850 rupees. And he was, it was controlled by the G codes and M codes. It is there on my table. If you want, you can see that. Our next class I'll get and show it to you. I want to develop that once again. Correct? No? These. And it is our responsibility to understand what is DNC also at the same time. CNC and DNC systems. The DNC is direct numerical control systems. DNC is direct numerical control systems. CNC is computer numerical control systems. So what difference you can find if you happen to come across or if you get into the industries, many of the industries they will be into CNC programming. The wire cutting machine, you know, just like by few microns, it will be cutting down the material. As I told you just a few minutes back, one die we had in the many classes I repeated, around 650 mm diameter die. It was just around more than 90 kgs it was earlier, 90 kgs. And the whole plate, disc, if you want to shift it from here to some other countries, what happened? The cutting edge will go off while they are shifting here and there. What we did, we have segmented into 32 parts actually, 32 segments. So the die was cut down into 32 segments by means of a wire cutting machine. Once you join them together, appears to be a single unit. So that is the sensitivity with which we can do the cutting also by using the CNC machines. Okay, and the DNC machines and CNC machines, what developments or what difference you can find between the CNC machines and the DNC machines. So the CNC machines, just outlook structure I'll be telling you, it will be having one mainframe computer and the controlling system. The mainframe computer which will be controlling, having the application software, and it will be directly interfaced with the CNC machine. And we do the program, all these programs, the program of instructions, block of information, all these will be flowing from the computer, that means the computer to the controller. And that will be sensing and it will be machine. But in case of DNC systems, direct numerical control systems, will have thousands together machines can be controlled by mainframe computer. For example, you say the mainframe of this will be like this. You say, please be here. You say there are 20 vertical milling machines, CNC milling machines. There are 20 CNC lathes. There are 20 horizontal milling machines, XYZ drilling machines. So many machines will be there, and it will be having mainframe computer. And all these machines will be added with mini computers. Mini computers will be carrying only the informations which are essentially required for these machines only. And any common program which is required, that will be retrieved from the mainframe computer, so that the mini computers stress on the mini computers will be very less. You understood my point? Okay. And another thing, this can be operated by teleoperation. The operating office may be around a few miles away from the machining center. I can do the program, I can do control of these through a longer distance in case of DNC machines. You understood? The CNC, computer numerical controlled machines, these will be having one small computer along with the machines. These computers will be carrying the programs or application software. Therein I can able to do the programming, and these programs will be fed into the controller, and it will be doing the machining as per the given instructions. But in case of DNC, direct numerical control systems, it will be having one mainframe computer, and all these machines, maybe 100 together machines, these machines, the different branches, that different families of machines will be working individually by having many computers along with them, and whatever the common programs which are required, those common programs will be retrieved from the mainframe computer for all these in time. Okay, this is only the difference. So that means the stress on these the mini frame computers will be reduced, and these can be operated teleoperated. We can keep the programming office few miles away from the industry, and we can just do the program, or we can control all the activities of these machines. This is one wonderful technology in case of DNC and CNC systems. Of course, the DNC is not there. We'll try to understand them. Okay. And as I told you, these CNC systems were earlier used for many other automations, even for the drawing, tracing the drawing. Okay, and so many other applications they are using. Once they found it have slight tangency towards the machining activities, they started using the CNC milling and the actually, what are the basic components of the CNC machines? I'm just refreshing them instead of going through in depth, because already we have studied. Once again, please try to recall them from your mind. We have already discussion. Once again, we will have discussion, no problem. The basic components are three important components will be there. Just like it is a tape recorder, you can compare this with a tape recorder. You can see that the program of instructions, and there will be a control unit, and that is MCU, machine control unit, and machine tool. The program of instructions will be actually the program of, you can ask me why you are not going to directly feed this program of instructions to the machine tool. Machine tool will not understand these program of instructions. There must be a means by which it will be communicated by means of machine control unit. The machine control unit, whatever the program of instructions should be given, those program of instructions will be converted into a meaningful sentence. That is called as block of information. You understood the point? I want to complete one cycle. For example, I have to do this programming, I have to do this machining. Okay. For example, it has to do this machining. The cutter is here. Now, it has cut down, it has traced the path, it has cut down. Again, it has to get into. Once you have given the profile, you have seen that only have to give the incremental steps of depth, so that it will be doing this profile machining. You understood my point? Once it has started from this point, ending this at the same point is a meaningful block of information. a block of information. These block of information will be sent step by step to the machine control unit. You understood my point? Okay. And these program of instructions may be written in the punched tape, magnetic tape, or varieties of method we can send the instructions. Actually, the CNC machines were using for earlier the knitting machines. You have seen knitting machines? Knitting machines, they used to have many wooden blocks. Okay, this is just like a punched tape to make a different chariot design or cloth design. They were shifting these holes from one position to other position. It is quite similar to this punched tape hole. Okay, and to prepare the punched tape, they are using the punching machine, a special type of punching machine. They will be doing it. Once after that, a lot of development happened, and they started using the magnetic tapes. Magnetic tape, the series of all these instructions will be sent, and these instructions will be read by the machine control unit. These informations will be extracted, and it will be converted into a form which the machine can able to understand it. Okay, and what happens? If I have to eat the food, whole food I cannot eat once at a time. I am going to keep it as a buffer.